15 things that make people lose respect for you. Respect is something that all people everywhere seek to attain. And most of us have been taught that in order to get respect, we must first give respect. However, sometimes in our endless quest for it, we make mistakes that undo everything we've worked for. But you do not realize it at the time because nobody will come out and say, "Hey, I lost respect for you when you did this." Losing somebody's respect is a terrible feeling. And according to psychology, it can happen in many different ways. And it doesn't take much for people to lose all their respect for you without even knowing the real reasons. After watching this video, you will learn the 15 things that will make people lose all respect for you. And hopefully, you will know what to avoid and how to handle certain situations. Welcome to a new video from the Social Psychology Masters YouTube channel. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos. And comment down below, "I subscribed," and let us welcome you. Let's start. Number 15. Interrupt when others are still talking. Do you wait until the other person pauses or finishes before speaking? Or do you think that what you have to say is way more important than whatever other people are saying? If this is the case, then chances are you have already lost all respect for that person. According to research studies, people are most likely to interrupt when there is a social or emotional conflict happening, and can also be attributed to how many people are involved in the conversation. So the next time you're having a conversation with someone you want to keep being taken seriously by, just let them finish what they have to say first before blurting out your thoughts on the subject. Number 14. Being inconsiderate. Being inconsiderate can give the impression that you are selfish and self-centered, and nobody wants to be around a person like that. If you think about it, this is really all about how people treat other people. In psychology, there are 4 different elements of inconsiderate behavior: not thinking ahead before doing something, blurting out things without being considerate of other people's feelings, having a poor attitude towards everything you do, and taking things for granted. Number 13. Being dishonest and lacking integrity. If you're lacking integrity and honesty, it's safe to say that people will lose respect for you, especially with how easy it can be nowadays to catch somebody who is not being honest with themselves or others. Not only that, but studies have shown that most of us just don't like dealing with dishonest people, and we blame everything on them. Lacking integrity and honesty shows that you really don't care about anybody but yourself and lack self-respect. Number 12. Bragging too much. Did you know that bragging is actually seen as a huge red flag by anybody who's listening? And it's even worse if you can't stop bragging even after hearing the other person say, "Okay, I get it." It might seem like lots of people are doing this nowadays, but at least they are owning up to it. Bragging is all about putting other people down so you can feel good about yourself. While it might seem like the way to get respect, in reality, nobody likes an arrogant person who thinks they're better than everyone else. Number 11. You treat people based on personal gain. Do you treat people differently because you want something from them, like money or power? Or do you treat them based on what they can do for you instead of respecting them for who they are as a person? People who have been treated this way report feeling more suspicious and insecure about other people's honesty and trustworthiness. According to research studies, people who are treated this way try their best not to be taken advantage of by the person who is purposefully treating them like they don't matter. Number 10. Not following through. Do you make plans and promise to do things, but you never end up doing them? If this is the case, then people might lose respect for you because they think it's all about making promises and not actually following through to make things happen. This behavior shows that you're unreliable and basically untrustworthy. People want somebody who can be counted on when you say you're going to do something, not somebody who makes lots of promises and never keeps them. Number 9. Being close-minded. Do you take what other people say and think into consideration, or do you just ignore them? Being close-minded can be a huge distrust factor for people. All this shows is that you don't care about anyone else's opinion and only care about what you have to say. This can show a lack of self-respect, and nobody wants to be around an arrogant person who thinks their way is the only right way and nobody else's is right. This doesn't mean that you have to accept everything all the time, but you should definitely try and hear out other people's ideas before dismissing them. Number 8. Being overly negative. From crushing other people's ideas and making them feel bad for coming up with something new or different to getting irritated at the smallest things, being overly negative is a huge turnoff for people. It shows that you have a very poor attitude and lack self-awareness. Nobody likes to be around somebody who's negative all the time because it spreads like wildfire and can really affect how people treat other people. You might think it's fun to be critical or make jokes at someone else's expense, but research studies show that most people don't like dealing with negative energy and end up avoiding it. Number 7. Talking behind someone's back. Do you often gossip about somebody behind their back? If so, then you're going to lose a lot of respect because basically what you're saying is that you don't have the guts to talk with them directly. Not only does this show a lack of integrity and trustworthiness, but it shows a poor sense of self-awareness as well. Talking behind someone's back actually makes you look a lot worse than what you are trying to make somebody else look like. Number 6. Taking advantage of someone's kindness. This is one of the worst things that you could ever do to somebody. To take advantage of someone is to use them for your own personal gain and then completely discard them as if they never mattered at all. This is the type of behavior that makes people lose respect for you because what it shows is a lack of empathy and selfishness. Nobody wants to be around an arrogant and self-centered person who always puts themselves first and doesn't care about the feelings of others. Number 5. Putting others down. Putting other people down shows that you're probably not satisfied with yourself in many ways, so you feel the need to knock other people down a few pegs to make yourself feel a little better. This behavior is the ultimate lack of integrity, and it makes you look insecure. People can tell when somebody has a lot of self-loathing, and nobody wants to be around somebody who can't accept themselves for who they are. Instead of putting others down, try to lift them up and assist them in becoming the best people they can be. Number 4. Lying to someone. This one is self-explanatory. Lying to someone makes you look untrustworthy and deceptive because once again, the person feels that they can't rely on you if something were to happen. This can also cause people to lose respect for you because it shows that you're not very self-aware either. People don't like being lied to at all, and nobody wants to be around somebody who they can't trust because it makes them feel very nervous. Number 3. Lack of empathy. Showing a lack of empathy is very serious because it shows that you don't care about other people's feelings, which isn't something that somebody should be showing. This can also make people lose respect for you because what it means is that you're not self-aware and you're willing to hurt someone else in order to get what you want. It's not a good way to behave at all, and it makes people feel very suspicious. This may lead people to think that you are selfish and that other people's feelings come last, which is a huge turnoff for others. Number 2. Making fun of others. Do you make fun of others in order to feel better about yourself? If so, then you're definitely going to lose some respect because it's very immature and not something that anyone wants to be around. Not only does this make you look like a bully, but it can also attract bullies who might actively try to bring down the people around you. When somebody makes fun of others, it shows that they're insecure and don't have good self-esteem. Number 1. Being rude and disrespecting others. This is the number 1 thing that people don't like because it makes you look ill-mannered and ungrateful. When somebody is constantly rude, they're not showing respect for themselves or for others, which isn't the type of behavior that's worth emulating. It's actually pretty ironic because by being rude, you're showing that you don't have self-respect, which is why you must really hate yourself on the inside to act that way towards others. Being rude and disrespectful will make people lose all respect for you because it makes them feel like they're not safe around you, but also that they shouldn't be trying to help or support someone who doesn't seem to be willing to help themselves. Conclusion. These are just some of the things that can make people lose respect for you. But it's important to remember that none of these behaviors are insurmountable. If you're willing to change your ways and be more conscious of how you act around others, then you can definitely regain the respect that you've lost. It takes a lot of effort to rebuild trust once it's been broken, but it's definitely worth it in the end because having the respect of others is essential for living a happy and fulfilling life. Let us know in the comment section below if you have any other tips on how to gain and maintain respect from others. We are always happy to read your thoughts and opinions. To learn more, check out other videos on this channel and the links in the description. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.